This is the Lotus Eletre. A Lotus, but not a Lotus. A car that nobody had expected from Lotus 10 years ago. But now we have them, and even if it's not a typical Lotus, it offers numerous features that set it apart from its competition. But that is not the 0 to 100 value with 4.5 seconds, unless you get the Lotus Eletre R with 2.95 seconds.
A car that is special because the more you look at it, the more you'll love it, because you can see all the details that Lotus put into this car. It has a CV value of 0.26, and it just has so many details or attention to details. For instance, everywhere you come a little bit closer, down here you got an intake or an airflow that goes all the way up and then up through here. I don't know if you can see my hand. We'll probably put a close-up in there. There is other ones like right up there. You have the honeycomb design here with this, which is active arrow, which opens inwards, which is nice. Carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber on the bonnet. Everywhere you look, you get carbon fiber. Look at this. Ooh. And the indents in here as well. It is so special. Matrix LED lights on the side, which are okay. They're not the best at night. We'll definitely take a look at that as well. And the way this car just looks, it's so unique from the front. And if you're driving on the highway, you see this coming in your rear window, you're just like, okay, I gotta get out of the way because it looks so aggressive. It looks nice. Gets a little bit touches from the Lamborghini Urus. And it is also not the quickest, to be exact. 0 to 100 is 4.5 seconds, which you might not expect from this car. But it has a different thing that is a lot nicer, which we're going to do once we're driving a little bit here. It has 603 horsepower, 710 Newton meters. Will get you from 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds. And a top speed of 258. That 0 to 100 test we're going to do now. But if you look at that way, we also currently have a Volvo EX30 Twin Performance. And that car does it in a whole second quicker, or 0.9 seconds quicker. And that car only costs 50,000 the way it stands there. But it's still a lot slower than this car. And this has a lot of technology, which makes it fast on the racing track.
Lotus has always adhered to a core ideology. The lighter the car, the faster it goes. Renowned for producing light, agile and precision-tuned sports car, the brand has built a strong legacy. However, since Geely Holding Group took over in 2017, this philosophy has slightly evolved. Not only slightly. Now, the focus has shifted towards electric vehicles designed to appeal to a broader audience, ensuring Lotus remains relevant and thriving. The Eletre is a standout example of this new direction. It embodies luxury, boasts a unique design, and is positioned as a hyper SUV. Despite its impressive 2.5 tons of weight, which is a departure from the Lotus typical lightweight models, and a starting price of 95,950 euros, it promises exceptional performance. With a power output exceeding 900 horsepower and a wealth of advanced technology, the Eletre aims to impress and redefine what a Lotus car can be. Or does it?
This is also the longest car we've ever tested, with 5 meters and 10 long. Before that, the BYD Han was the longest we've had, with almost 5 meters. But this car on the side also looks so nice. On here we have 23-inch wheels, which go from 20 up to 23. These also look very nice with black Lotus brake calipers on there. And you could theoretically also get ceramic brakes, which are going to cost you around 6,800 euros extra. On the side, you get so much carbon fiber as well. Carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber. Everywhere you look, you got carbon fiber. Digital side mirrors, depends on if you like them or not. Well, if you're watching this video, probably 1 in, 50,000 people are probably going to be able to afford this car. So why am I even saying this? It is a good looking thing. It looks very nice. Helps the CV value by 1.8%. On here you can also press it and it'll open. You don't have to do anything manually. Only you gotta press the button and it'll close. Charging speed of this is also insane. We'll look at that in a second as well. Also on here, which is very nice, you have your LiDAR system. So this has capabilities of up to level 4 autonomous driving. Obviously that's not allowed in Germany, but this will theoretically do it. This is extendable LiDAR system. We'll put a close up in there. Also on the top you can see that's the main LiDAR sensor, which will fold open and really works nice on this car. You also got soft close in here. You can see we also have frameless windows on here, and then if we go on there you go, soft close, and you also have it on the back as well as no surrounding on the window. Look at that, that's beautiful, and just the way it looks. Let's continue on to the back before you go anywhere. Whew. This is my favorite part of the car. It just looks so good. You got a spoiler on here which does also have carbon fiber on it. It'll have 3 different modes where you can put it on. It'll adjust it depending on how you drive, or you can also do it manually. Up here you also have a big lighter system as well, which works really nicely in the design, in my opinion, with these floating rear spoilers, with these two of them, so like the little fin in there. You can see it also has a cleaning system in there, that's why it's a little bit dirty on there. Down here, looks a little bit like a Cayenne in my opinion, but you can also see the whole light going through here. There's also a cool effect at night, or when you have like this welcoming effect, where this rear light is also going to show you the battery state of the car. So green means it's fairly high, then I think you got yellow and also red for low. Down here, the fuse are everything out of carbon fiber. All of the carbon fiber touches we have on here with the interior is going to set you back around 11,000 euros, I think. So quite a lot, but look at the amount of carbon fiber you get. That doesn't help the car too much. It's still going to weigh it at 2.5 tons. Is that a Lotus? We'll find out once we're driving. And one other thing, look at this indent in here as well. Not indent like the airflow in there. You can see down to the wheel, which is not the greatest thing because you can see a lot of dirt builds up here and little rocks. So you're probably going to chip a lot of the paint away in there. You can open this automatically as well, and in here you have 611 up to 1,532 liters of storage space. For a big car, also gives you a good amount of storage space. You can flip over the seats in the front, like I already said. If you also get the executive seats, you'll have two like lounge seats in the back with a display and stuff. That way you'll not be able to fold over the rear seats. Quality-wise in here, this is just immaculate. Everywhere you touch is amazing quality. Everything in here is just finely well done. Down here you have a little bit more storage space for some cables, and if that's not enough for you, you also got a frunk in the front, which gives you 45 liters of storage space. And you can also see this is very nice. You also have a little badge on here that says Pioneer since 1948, which you also sign on the door sills as well. In here, 45 liters, like I said, which will allow you to put another cable in there and maybe even a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of a grocery shop, but not too much. 45 liters is, however, fairly big. Welcome to the interior of the Lotus Eletre S, which is insane because it competes with the classes of a Rolls-Royce or a Bentley. This quality in here is meticulous. There you go, that's a good word. In here you have heated and cooled seats. You also have massage functions. We'll look at that also once we're in the back for other functions that we have in there. Interior, everywhere you touch, even in the furthest part back of the whole car, you have perfect quality. Lots of carbon fiber because we have the carbon fiber inlets. In here, two cup holders which go up and down, which is nice. So I have my key always in here because that works always in here. I'm driving a freaking Lotus. In here we have a very big storage space with two USB-Cs and also 12 volt inductive loading. Very nice LED lights or ambient lighting when it comes to the ambient lighting here through your whole air conditioner as well. So air control. So it like kind of mirrors the quality or the light in there, as you can see up here as well. It has like a reflection and it makes it look very, very nice. If we look on the side, we can see we do have the digital mirrors. You can adjust them. Obviously, if I press on here, I can adjust them by moving them around. So if I do this, it should move around. It doesn't. How did you do this? Oh yeah. I'm so stupid. I was changing that one even though I was looking at this one. Even though I was pressing on that one, I was trying to change that one, but I didn't look at it. Well, there you go. That's how you change them. So they're a little bit hard to get used to, but once you get used to them, they're very nice. You also have the KEF reference system, which has 2,100 and what was it, 60 or 40 watts? 2,160 watts with 23 speakers. Insane quality in there. Quality on the steering wheel as well, auto carbon fiber, you have brake pedals, regen, and for your drive modes. Very nice quality here. You have a digital cockpit and a heads-up display. Up here as well, you have the intelligent roof, which is nice, so 10 different modes in there. And in general, just the quality is insane. Let's also take a look at the infotainment display. So when you step into the car, you're greeted with this, the HD OLED display, which is a 15.1-inch display, which uses Unreal Engine to control everything around the car. You can see in here, which is very nice. If I, for instance, put on the high beam, look at that, it shows. If I put on the blinker, it shows. If I open the door with a soft close, it shows. If I close the door, it will also close it, which is very, very cool. And you can control a couple of things through here. For instance, you can put your rear spoiler up into the 3 different positions that you have. if I press on it, which is auto P0, P1 and P2. Auto doesn't show because it only does when you're in different modes. This is very nice. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all your different modes. You can adjust lots of them. Safety features quite a lot, so you can pull out your LiDAR system and stuff like that. You can turn off the noise warning when you're going too fast. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and very cool map function here, which actually works very nice. And if you press on, for instance, a different spot, it shows you the superior disbelief typed. So instead of the coordinates, you can also type this in. I know this is a very famous map system, but I forgot the name of it. But that also works very, very nice. And you can control everything through here, which is really, really, really cool. The other thing that you get if you want to swap over to the right, you can see on here, you get another display for your passenger where they can change, for instance, the radio station. If they press on here, they can change it, skip it, or the song that you're currently listening to, play it. And they can also turn this display off by pressing on the sleep button on there. And then they can press it on and turn it on again. Oh, this is so cool. It's so great. It's so great. Thanks for traveling with us, it's great. Same for the back. The quality in here is again immaculate. Heated seats, cooled seats, no massage function, which is a little bit unfortunate. That would have been very, very cool. Maybe you get that in the executive package, so you get 2 seats in here with some displays and you don't have a center seat, but a center console. You can adjust these electrical. If you go down there, you can see with the carbon touches and the gold touches, you can adjust the seats completely automatically. Sound system in the back, and one thing that's also pretty cool if you want to swing over there, you can adjust both of the sides for the rear windows on each side. So I can, for instance, lower down the window from here, which is cool. The other thing, the windows don't go down all the way. If you want to quickly film that again, they don't go down all the way, so yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Quality again is amazing. Intelligent light, intelligent roof, which is very, very big, so you have a lot of headroom, you have a lot of knee room. Car is 5 meters and 10 long, so you got plenty of space. Only thing that I would say that's a little bit unfortunate, you don't have much foot room, so your feet are not going to go fully under the seat. They're going to go up to here, which is another thing. Very good, nice quality on here. You also have a central display where you can change, for instance, the surround sound. You can change the intelligent light, the intelligent roof, or also the dynamic lights in here. And you can also adjust the seats from down here, as well as the climate control and song, stuff like that. Amazing.
The Eletre is also equipped with numerous innovations. For example, it is the first Lotus to receive an electromechanical power steering. This electronically controlled damping system, or CDC for short, continually measures the loading going into the suspension at a rate of up to 1,000 times per second. It adjusts the damping rate 500 times per second, providing improved body control without any harshness. Extensive work is also done with Pirelli to develop special tires for the Eletre. In total, the Eletre was tested with over 1.6 million kilometers, including runs on the Nordschleife, to achieve a perfectly tuned vehicle.
So because it is raining like cats and dogs, let's also take a look at the voice recognition in here to, well, not voice recognition, but navigation sound, because it sounds very funny. Plop down a destination somewhere that is a little bit further away. Because it is a mix of German and English, he gets the text feeded to him in English.
In 700 meters, turn left.
In 700 meters, turn left. Or turn the left.
In 300 meters, turn left onto
So he gets the text feeded in English, he has a German voice, and then he does it with the hardest German accent that you can hear. If you listen to him now.
Now turn left.
Now turn left. And he is so passive aggressive, which just makes him very, very funny. And honestly, one of the coolest voice navigation I've heard, because it is just funny. But yeah, sporty driving is a little bit hard right now, so we're gonna have to see if we can actually do any sporty driving. Well, while we're here, quality of this car is great while driving as well. Obviously, it's a little more stiffer, not as stiff as you'd expect from a Lotus. If you compare to a Cayenne and a Lamborghini Urus, it's in between that. Urus is very sporty.
100 meters, turn right onto Reiching.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn them off now. This is just not your typical Lotus. It's heavy. It's not as agile. It's not as loud as a Lotus used to be. It is something completely different, but still, the way it drives and the way it handles through the corners, it still has that Lotus feeling, because it also has that special something. When you're going 0 to 100, it is not fast. But if you're going faster, around 80 to 120, it is very fast. We did on the Autobahn 100 to 200 in 7.6 seconds. Kia EV6 GT, 8.7 seconds. The Lamborghini Urus, 9.2 seconds. This thing is quick as hell. And you'll definitely notice that if you're, for instance, driving on the racetrack, this car is going to be very nice because that 80 to 120 in 2 seconds is what you really want. It is going to get you out of those corners really, really fast. But otherwise, the sound deadening here is amazing. The ride quality is a little bit firmer, but still very, very nice. You can change the height of the car, which makes it for a more comfortable ride, or even an off-road capability of this car. And it is just a joy to drive this car. It feels so premium, so luxurious, and really, really great. So it has stopped raining a little bit now, but the road is still going to be wet, so I'm not going to drive as fast. Down here you can definitely see we have a couple of like your recuperation buttons on the left, and then you also have your drive mode. So if you press up, you can see we can go into different modes, and we can also change the ride height. So we're going to go into the lowest setting, just so we have the most downforce and drag coefficient as low as possible. This car really is crazy when going from 80 to 120. You can feel it pushes you a little bit. I wasn't kicked down at all because I didn't want to have any wheel spin. But this car is just super fast going around corners as well. It is capable of so much. I'm not gonna push it now because I am kind of scared with the roads, because we do have summer tires on here and they are very, very thin. But it does not feel like you're driving 2.5 tons around these corners. It does feel heavy, especially in the back. It does feel a little bit heavy. If you get the dynamic drive packages or drive handling, Lotus drive handling, something like that, which this car does have, you also get all-wheel steering, which allows you to go way faster and have a turning radius of 11 meters instead of those 12 point something meters. And that allows for so much more capabilities. Definitely turn off lane assist, especially when you're driving. But the handling wise of this car is not as a typical Lotus. I personally haven't driven a typical Lotus, but from what I've heard, it is definitely not as agile. It's not as handling wise, so agile, and it's not as lightweight, and therefore you're going to be able to throw it around these corners. But this car still offers a lot of performance, especially when going around these corners, because of all the different technology that this car offers, which keeps the car stiff to the ground and just handles perfectly around corners.
All Eletre models come equipped with a 112 kWh battery, of which approximately 109 kWh is usable. According to WLTP standards, the S model has a range of up to 535 km, while the R model offers around 450 km. For those seeking the highest range, the base Eletre model is the best choice, boasting a range of up to 600 km. In practical use, our consumption averages around 23.9 kWh per 100 km, although this varies significantly based on the tires and model. Notably, the Eletre R consumes well over 30 kWh per 100 km.
So the other crazy aspect of this car is its charging time. Claimed is 10 to 80 in around under 20 minutes. Well, this has the 800 volt technology, therefore it can charge with a max speed of 355 kilowatts. And it's very hard to find a 350 kilowatt station. This was claimed a 350 on Google, but it's actually 300. And the crazy thing about this, if we actually go in here, it got that time, so, okay, cool. You can see we are currently at 88%. The charging energy was almost 90 kilowatts an hour, and it took us a total of 28 minutes. We got from 11 up to 80% in under 20 minutes, and this thing got up to 300 kilowatts an hour, kilowatts basically instant. We plugged it in, 10 seconds later, it was already up to 300 kilowatts. We'll put some images on the screen right now. So this charging is insanely quick. It'll get you from 10 to 80% in under 20 minutes, take a short break, and then you can drive another 300, 350 kilometers, which is just crazy to think about. Obviously, the price is also crazy to think about. So this car really tops everything in my opinion, apart from obviously not having a combustion engine there like Lotus is used to, and not being as lightweight as Lotus is, but with the difference of now being part of Geely Group, well, since 2017 I think. This car obviously needs to adapt a little bit and attract more people, and this is definitely a focus of that. A hyper SUV is supposed to attract a little bit more of a wider customer range, so Lotus can actually still support their brand. This, however, looks immaculate. It's so unique. If you compare it to competitors, the price of 158,000, the way it stands here, is really, really well. You can definitely tell why this car also costs as much, because there's so much attention to details, so much technology in this car. And it just makes sense why this car costs so much. In other cars that might not completely be the aspect, like a Golf R for instance, how is that car costing 80,000 euros? But this is just immaculate. If you want to be unique, want to be special, this is a great car. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.